At least he fired them and didn't kill them. Welcome back, everybody, to Catch Another Buzz with Your Cuz. Super excited you're here. We are on our third installation of the Oktoberfest beers, and we have a good one today, folks. Steeped deep in history. We're just gonna scratch the surface of it because we'd rather drink it. Just to catch you up, we did the first beer of Oktoberfest, which was Spaten, right? The first one open for the festival. And we did the lowest by alcohol percent, which is Hacker Shore. So if you are a gambler, you would bet that today we're gonna look at the highest percentage of alcohol. So I'm gonna tilt that scale to get a better buzz for your buck. Today we're looking at the crowned beer. There's a couple of meanings on this. We know that Oktoberfest was a celebration of a wedding. Today we're gonna look at the Duke of Bavaria. Okay, so the crown beer, this is the strongest beer brewed at Oktoberfest. If you're in Germany or at a German restaurant, you may want to call this Hofbräu, but in America they respond to Hofbrau, Hofbräuhaus. Let's get it open. So this is the strongest beer, and they have one of the biggest tents at Oktoberfest. But how this came about was actually pretty interesting, if you ask me. So Wilhelm V, back in 1589, was disappointed in the beer being served in his court. So what did he do? He didn't kill them. He fired them. He kicked those jesters out and started his own gig, just like any one of us would have done. You got all the money, you got the power, got your own beer. So yes, this, some people say Hof means court, Brau or Brauhaus, brewery, brewhouse. The court's brewhouse, the court's brewery. So now it kind of makes a little bit of sense. That being said, 1589, he got this thing kicked off, and today they have restaurants all around the world and are one of the 6 beers served at Oktoberfest. Again, this one being the highest in alcohol percentage. See, it's got a strong golden hue, right? This is less brown or less dark than some of the other beers. And this is a 330 in here. This guy is like a 750, I guess, can fit in this one. A Mass in Germany and Bavaria is a whole liter. This one has a little bit more hops. It's a little more floral scent. It's definitely malty. And we've come to expect that from Oktoberfest beers based on how they were brewed. But let's go ahead and get a swig here. Again, malt forward, slightly sweet. This one finishes with a nice balanced bitterness. Those hops are floral. You're getting that at the end. This is very drinkable. You tell right off the bat, it's almost, it almost has a little bit of citrus to it, and that's like with the bitterness from the hops. It just takes all that like toasted malt and just evens it out. This is very chuggable. I understand why people kind of stagger out of that tent. And most of the times it's not the Germans that are staggering out, it's us tourists who are showing up and like, oh, this is great. The next thing you know, like, good times, Oktoberfest everywhere. So if you see this, I would definitely recommend getting this and drinking it if you're of legal drinking age in your local municipality. Comment below. Were you surprised at how this looked? Have you tasted this before? Would this be a beer that you would consider drinking? We want to know. Right, again, this is the third out of the 6 beers that are actually served at the festival, which is what we're focusing on here. So this would be great roast chicken, roast pork, pork knuckle, if you like that. It's a big German delicacy. See it a lot in Bavaria. This is a lager and it's a good one. Again, this was actually good enough to keep Bavaria from being, razed, sacked, and burned to the ground, or Munich at least anyway, in the 1600s from an invading army from Sweden in the 30 Years' War. So 600,000 barrels of this, basically from what we understand anyway, saved the city of Munich. I'll drink to that, and I hope you will too. So that is your Buzz with your cuz. Don't forget to come back. We have 3 more beers, well, and maybe some other stuff. So follow us here. Don't miss any of the action. That is your Buzz with your cuz and your news break.